is made from crude oil and its production is unsustainable. Instead, try this bamboo toothbrush.
Cool. Wow, that is better.
Yeah, it is way better. My dentist gave it to me for free. Let's go talk to your dentist about making the switch.
Plastic is way more durable than this, though.
A little too durable if you ask the Earth.
When we throw things away, it ends up in our environment, and plastic will never decompose.
All alone, where are you? Are we over?
Wow, you're right. This bamboo toothbrush does seem much better.
Yeah, it is, and it's up to big businesses to provide sustainable options for consumers.
Your teeth are looking great. Here's your free bamboo toothbrush.
Oh my god, the bamboo one is disintegrated! Shh, the plastic one. Still there.
One area where bamboo products have an advantage over plastic products is the amount of CO2 produced during production. This table shows the results of a life cycle analysis done on several types of plastic. This column is for polypropylene, which is the most common form of plastic. If we look at the row titled Global Warming, we can see that plastic produces 3,530 kilograms of CO2 per 1,000 kilograms of plastic, or simplified, 3.53 kilograms of CO2 per 1 kilogram of plastic. Polypropylene is simply a long chain of carbons and hydrogens, but when it is created, some carbons will be left over and released as CO2. We can compare this to bamboo, which according to this life cycle analysis, has a net CO2 produced of negative 0.177 kilograms per 1 kilogram of bamboo plywood. Because of bamboo's extraordinary ability to sequester carbon when planted, and its use in electricity generation at the end of its life as a usable resource, bamboo actually sequesters more carbon than it produces over its whole life cycle. Some of that is dependent on what it is used for after it is thrown away, but even if we just look at the production column, it is still only producing 1.41 kilogram of CO2 per kilogram of bamboo plywood, which is 2.12 kilograms of CO2 less than what plastic produces. Add this to bamboo's advantages as an agricultural option, such as its ability to retain water and the ability of its complex root system to hold in soil and prevent erosion, and you have a very environmentally friendly material.
Thanks, Brian. Bamboo is far more environmentally friendly than plastic. See, when we dispose of plastic, it goes into landfills. Despite the presence of liners that are meant to contain waste and protect against contamination of the surrounding area, plastic found here still eventually enters our environment, causing damage to both terrestrial and marine ecosystems. On land, plastic breaks down and chemicals such as lead, cadmium, mercury, and other carcinogens leak into the groundwater, having adverse effects on the humans and animals that drink it. The same chemical pollution happens when plastic enters the ocean. The sun will break down plastic over time into smaller and smaller pieces, but it will never fully decompose. These particles pervade far down the food chain into small organisms that get eaten by larger animals, which in turn get eaten by humans. This means that the chemical pollutants enter our bodies and will make us sick. The continuous usage of plastic is unhealthy and unsustainable because it never goes away, and we will all inevitably have to deal with the consequences of that. Using eco-friendly materials such as bamboo will not contribute to environmental degradation, but rather provide nutrients to its surroundings when it decomposes. While we as consumers must do all we can to mitigate our usage of harmful substances and move toward more natural alternatives, large businesses and corporations also have a duty to provide socially and environmentally responsible products.
Scholars define corporate social responsibility as business firms contributing in a positive way to society by going beyond a narrow focus on profit maximization. Behind CSR is the belief that as a large business, enterprises control vast resources and they should be expected to contribute to the general welfare of society. Corporate social responsibility is the continuing commitment by business to behave ethically and contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life of the workforce and their families, as well as the local community and society at large. Corporate social responsibility can be implemented through the power of the people. When we were doing this project, we called one of the Bamboo toothbrush distributors and asked him, what makes dentists change? What makes companies come to you and make the switch? He told us that the most powerful thing is when the people that go to the dentist tell the dentist that they value sustainability and they value environmentally friendly products and they want the dentist to make the switch. That is when the dentist is more likely to personally opt for making the switch. Otherwise, they're not that motivated. However, some companies are motivated to implement corporate social responsibility into their practices. There's a company called B Corp Certified that certifies other companies that are striving to implement the best social and environmental practices they can. Their website says, individually, B Corps, the company certified by this company, meet the highest standards of verified social and environmental performance, public transparency, and legal accountability, and aspire to use the power of markets to solve social and environmental problems. Collectively, B Corps lead a growing global movement of people using business as a force for good. Through the power of their collective voice, one day all companies will compete to be the best for the world, and society will enjoy a more shared and durable prosperity for all.